Shalom. I'm Brother David Well, and today we'll be speaking on love. We'll be defining the word love as the scriptures give the definition. When we look into the scriptures, it appears a couple different ways in the scriptures, and we'll be looking at the viewpoints and the spelling of these words to get a better understanding of what it is the Creator wants us to know. We're going to start in the Greek because love only appears 3 different ways in the Greek, and this a little easier than the Hebrew, the thought behind it. You know, in the Greek you have the word thelo. It's been translated as the word love, and it means a choice, a wish, an inclination. You know, like you love this over that. You know. Then you have the word agape, which is godly love. It's associated with benevolence. And then you have philo or filio, which is like your brotherly love, a friendly love. And these are the 3 forms that appear in the Greek. You know, because the thoughts it's a lot different than Hebrew. But now we're going to look at it in the Hebrew and the way that the Creator of heaven and earth has used His words and His Hebrew alphabet to display this word. So we're going to look at Genesis 27:4. And make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. Okay? And you have this word love is coming from the Hebrew. In the Hebrew, the word is ahab. And your Strong's Lexicon, number 157. And it means to have affection for, sexually or otherwise. You know, this word has also been translated as lover, loveth, love, loving, lovingly. Lovely. It's spelled Aleph, Hey, Bet. Okay? The Aleph is a symbol of an ox head, and it means strength or strong, being strong. It also means first, because it's the first letter of the Aleph Bet. Then you have Hey. Hey is the man holding up both his arms in the air. And it means to behold. He's trying to get your attention. It's something he wants you to look at. Behold this. Alright? Then you have the bet. The bet is a house. And it means the family, or to be in something. And it can also mean second, because it's the second letter of the alphabet. Alright? So if you look at it, way you have the Aleph, which is strong, strength. Then you have the Hey, which is behold. Then you have the Bet, which is a house. Strongly behold the house, or strongly behold the second. Okay? First behold the second. First look to the second. Alright? So what is this second? You know, that we are supposed to strongly behold, strongly look. Okay, we're going to go to the book of Colossians, the first chapter, 14th verse, 14 to 18 actually. In whom we have redemption through His blood, even the forgiveness of sins. Now, we see clearly that it's speaking of the Messiah. Okay. Who is the image, this is verse 15, who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature. For by Him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by Him and for Him. And He is before all things, and by Him all things consist. Consist means introduced. They're introduced by Him. And He is the head of the body, the church, who is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in all things he might have the preeminence. Preeminence means first. Okay? So, like I said before, we can clearly see that these verses are talking about the Messiah. Okay? Now, if he's the firstborn of every creature, that means he's the second in position. Okay? Because something had to create him if he's the firstborn. That means it was something before him. Alright? And as he prayed many times, he's the Father, the Father, the Father, the Father. You know, that's number one. Mashiach, Yahusha, number two. And that's who we're supposed to behold, to learn about love. That's what we're supposed to have this affection for, you know. So that's one way in the word ahab we can see that the Father is showing his love towards the Son. So let's look at another word that's been translated as love. Okay. Deuteronomy 7:7. Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. Now this word is kasak, and it's in the Strong's number 2836, and it means to cling, to join, okay, to delight in. Alright? And it's spelled Chet, Shin, Kaf. Alright? We're going to look at these letters. The Ket is a wall, okay, and it means to protect or to divide. The Shin is the two front teeth, right, and it means to cut or to press, because that's what you do with your two front teeth. And the Kaf is the sun on the horizon, and it means to circle or condense, because you know, you look at the sun on the horizon, it's going down, it's getting smaller. Okay. Now you put this together: protect, separate, and bring it together. Okay, because that's what you're doing when you're protecting at walls, protection. Then you're cutting something off, you're dividing, you're separating it from something else, and then you're bringing it together, condensing. Okay. Now you think of clinging to someone, right? Are you not separating them for whatever else it is? Whatever it is you're doing. You're holding on to them, and you're clinging to them, and you know, no, don't go. Don't do this, don't do that, don't move any further. And you're holding on to them, you're trying to separate them from whatever it is they're trying to get to. Alright? You're dividing them. Alright? When you're clinging to them, you're pressing up against them, because you're holding them. It's you against them. It's your body and their bodies pressing up against one another. Alright? And what's the purpose of doing all that, if not for protection? You know, what's the purpose for going through all that with this person, and if it's not to protect them, if it's not to say, well, don't move, I don't want any harm to befall you, you know. So these are two ways that the Creator uses His word, and the way love, the word love, is defined. We're going to look at a couple more on the next part. Once again, my name is Brother David Well, and I bid you shalom.